The story of Jean Valjean and his many contemporaries in Les Miserables by Victor Hugo, and directed many times in many films by many directors, is a story of a man and his eventual family trying to get along in what is many times a very unjust world. Though, is this a Marxist tale? That we shall see. Now, those of you who are studies of Marxist history may ask, but wait, weren't Victor Hugo and Marx alive around the same time? Could Marx's ideas really have influenced Hugo that much? I mean, he only died 2 years before. What one must notice is that ideas that are normally called Marxian today have been around for much longer than Marx and, well, those who came after him. They show up in places like Buddhist writings, a few Hindu writings before that, and the likes of Moses and a certain manual laborer from the Middle East who happened to dictate the difference between, well, BCE and CE. Now, what is Marxist criticism? Well, it's what looks for the quintessential theme of Marxism in general, which is class conflict. This is where what supposed different levels of society trying to either hold their current position or trying to attain a higher one are in a constant conflict that, according to Marx, has defined history in its entirety. Les Miserables, which is set around the revolutions of the mid-1800s, is a perfect example of this. In France, these revolutions came about because, over time, what had been a republic, at least in name, after the French Revolution, had gone back to an empire, which turned back the clock from bourgeoisie versus proletariat, those are the terms that Marx used, which were the business owners, the tycoons of industry, if you will, against the workers, back to the king versus the nobility, and eventually both of those against the people. And those people were pretty much slaves under that system. In the story, Jean Valjean, in the system, he's lower than the lowest low, being a convicted criminal in what seems a permanent state of parole. He has virtually no rights and cannot expect, living as Jean Valjean, paroled criminal, to ever reach anything higher in life than living from day to day. The society is designed to do this. To aspire to anything greater, Jean Valjean must either reinvent himself and commit a bit of identity fraud, which he does, or work to change the entire system. Another thing that he tries, at least. This is unsuccessful because of the greater military might of the army, which is still in cahoots with the higher parts of society, due to, well, a generous system of kickbacks and the like. Another part of the story is Inspector Javert, who is very, very vague as to his origins. He mentions once or twice that he was born in prison in an attempt to win over Jean Valjean to, well, going back into the prison system. He stands as a sort of defense of things as they are. The law must be upheld. Who cares if the law is brutal or unjust? If we have to kill puppies, well, is there a quota? At the end of the tale, the workers' revolution, again what Marx would call it, of a change in society that makes classes irrelevant, does not occur. The majority of the revolutionaries who fight alongside Jean Valjean end up dead in the gutter. He does save Marius, the suitor to his adopted daughter, and continues life free of Javert, who commits suicide when he sees that he has violated his principles by doing the right thing. Change would actually come in France later, thanks to German intervention, but that's another story.